The Shroud of Turin, one of the most mysterious and controversial relics in history. Is it truly the burial cloth of Jesus Christ, or is it an elaborate medieval forgery? Scientists have studied this ancient cloth for decades, and the findings are nothing short of astonishing. Today, we dive into the science behind the Shroud of Turin and explore the many layers of mystery that surround it. History and significance. The Shroud of Turin is a long piece of linen, measuring about 14 feet long and 3.5 feet wide. It bears the faint image of a man who appears to have suffered a brutal crucifixion. According to tradition, this cloth was used to wrap the body of Jesus Christ after his death. The first recorded appearance of the shroud dates back to the 14th century in France. However, some accounts suggest that the shroud may have existed even earlier, possibly being smuggled from the Byzantine Empire to Europe. Since then, it has been kept in various churches and is currently housed in the Cathedral of St. John the Baptist in Turin, Italy, where it is rarely displayed to the public. Early accounts and beliefs throughout history, many have believed the shroud to be the actual burial cloth of Jesus, pointing to its striking image as proof. Some medieval records suggest that knights of the Crusades may have recovered it from the Holy Land. Others believe it was secretly preserved by early Christians and later resurfaced in Europe. Some even connect the shroud to the legendary Dandelion, an ancient Christian relic bearing an image of Jesus. Whether these claims are true or not, one thing is certain: the shroud has fascinated people for centuries and remains a central artifact in Christian tradition. Its cultural impact. The Shroud of Turin has deeply influenced religious art and popular culture. Many paintings of Jesus' face bear a resemblance to the image on the shroud. It has also been the subject of countless books, documentaries, and scientific studies, making it one of the most researched relics in history. Throughout history, artists and theologians have been captivated by its unique features. Even in modern times, the shroud has inspired debates, movies, and television specials that keep the mystery alive. The image characteristics. Unlike a normal painting, the image on the shroud has a unique, almost photographic quality. Scientists have discovered that it contains three-dimensional information, meaning it's not just a simple stain or imprint. There are also markings resembling wounds from a crucifixion, bloodstains on the wrists, feet, and side of the body. The blood appears to be real human blood, further adding to the mystery. The image itself is so faint that it is barely visible up close, yet becomes much clearer when viewed as a photographic negative. This discovery, made in the 19th century, sparked new interest in the shroud's origins and possible supernatural nature. Theories of image formation. Many theories have been proposed. Some believe the image was formed by a burst of radiant energy, possibly during the resurrection of Jesus. Others suggest it could be the result of a natural chemical reaction between body fluids and the linen. Some skeptics argue that it might have been created using artistic techniques from the Middle Ages. Some scientists propose that a natural oxidation process may have occurred, affecting the surface of the fabric over time. But no one has been able to replicate the exact characteristics of the image, making its origin one of the greatest unsolved scientific mysteries. Unanswered questions. Despite decades of study, several questions remain unanswered. Why does the image appear as a negative when photographed? Why hasn't modern technology been able to reproduce it? And how did bloodstains appear on the fabric without disturbing the image? Some researchers believe that further study of the fabric's microscopic details could yield new insights, but definitive answers remain elusive. Carbon dating controversy. In 1988, carbon-14 dating was conducted on the shroud, and the results suggested it was made between 1260 and 1390 AD, far too recent to be the burial cloth of Jesus. However, critics argue that the test may have been flawed. Some researchers believe the samples used were taken from a section of the cloth that was repaired in the Middle Ages, rather than the original fabric. Others suggest contamination over the centuries may have affected the results. More recent studies have attempted to date the cloth using alternative methods, some of which suggest an older origin, but the debate remains unresolved. Pollen analysis. Another scientific study examined pollen grains found on the shroud. The results showed pollen from plants native to the Middle East, particularly around Jerusalem. This suggests the cloth may have spent time in that region, adding to the debate over its authenticity. Some researchers believe this supports the idea that the shroud originated in the ancient world, rather than medieval Europe. The presence of pollen from multiple locations also suggests that the shroud may have traveled extensively before arriving in Turin. Further research and analysis research on the shroud continues. Advanced imaging technology and artificial intelligence are being used to study its details. Some scientists believe future discoveries may provide more clarity on its origins. Techniques such as infrared analysis and X-ray fluorescence have revealed additional details that were previously invisible to the naked eye. Efforts to extract DNA from the fabric have been explored, though no conclusive results have yet been obtained. The hope is that future advancements in technology will unlock new information about this enigmatic artifact. Scientific versus religious perspectives. The Shroud of Turin sits at the crossroads of science and faith. Scientists seek physical evidence and testable theories, while many believers see it as a miraculous sign of Jesus' resurrection. The debate between these perspectives continues. Some argue that science and faith should not be at odds, while others believe that only objective evidence can provide real answers. Arguments for and against authenticity. Supporters argue that the image is too complex to have been created by human hands. Skeptics counter that the carbon dating results prove it's a medieval forgery. The truth remains uncertain. New findings, alternative dating techniques, and ongoing studies continue to fuel both sides of the argument. Some believe that only faith can provide the answer. The role of skepticism is crucial when examining historical artifacts. The shroud's mystery should be explored with an open mind and a willingness to consider both scientific and religious viewpoints. Healthy skepticism allows for critical thinking, while also leaving room for the possibility of new discoveries. The shroud's continued relevance. Despite the controversy, the Shroud of Turin remains an object of fascination. Millions visit it when it is put on display, showing its impact on faith and history. Whether it is authentic or not, its influence is undeniable. The mystery remains. After centuries of study, we still don't have all the answers. Is it a sacred relic or a medieval masterpiece? The mystery endures, and as long as the questions remain, the intrigue surrounding the shroud will persist. The importance of open dialogue. One thing is clear: we must continue to explore history with curiosity and respect. Whether you see the shroud as faith or forgery, the journey to uncover the truth is what truly matters. What do you think about the Shroud of Turin? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into history's greatest mysteries.